Hey everyone, Pupsker here. In today's video, we're going to go over where to farm Oraxia and all of the Isleweaver weapons. No shock, in order to farm Isleweaver here to get Oraxia and her weapons, there's a couple of things you need to unlock. Primarily, you just need to be caught up in the main storyline for the game, which is finishing the Hex quest. This here is the Hex quest, and that is all you technically need to finish in order to catch up to Warframe Isleweaver. You do not have to finish the Hex finale, which is another optional quest you get later if you so choose to catch up to that. So that's all you need to unlock in order to farm Isleweaver so far. While Oraxia and all of the items and materials in order to collect her are farmable on Isleweaver, you can also just buy them in the shop, which is located on the Dorma Zone, and there's a button in the bottom right here if you want to click on the Dorma Zone. Alternatively, you can click off to the head, go into the Zariman here, and go to the Dorma Zone here, and we'll just take a quick look at the shop there. When you actually get down to the Dorma Zone, you can quickly fast travel over to Acrithis here. Ignore Dominus Thrax, that's just for an event that'll go away soon. And you can talk to Acrithis here. You can go to exchange Scuttler Husks, as Scuttler Husks are the unique material you'll get from Isleweaver. Here you can buy Oraxia's blueprint, Oraxia's chassis, Neuroptics, Systems Blueprint as well. As for materials to farm them, you might notice the Oraxia Systems Blueprint requires Argon Crystal, Soma Extract, Intrati Obuls, Temporal Dust, and this one requires Kovnik, some Neural Sensors. This one requires some Agrostone, some Necrocoil, along with the weapons, the Scyotid, the Thalys, and the Spinnerex. This one requires also Conala Sprouts. These are primarily Duviri materials, and they can all be farmed on Warframe Isleweaver or through regular Duviri, and I will show you my farming route when we get into game to farm all of this fast on Isleweaver. The Scyotid Gauntlet, you need Silcella, Rune Marrow, Agrostone. For the Thalys, you need Silcella, Intrati Obuls, Temporal Dust, Rune Marrow, right? Spinnerex will require all of those materials, and all of these, and finally all of those. But fun fact, you can get all of this just running Isleweaver for the most part. I don't think Argon Crystals drops on Isleweaver. Probably still have to go to the Void to grab those, something like that. And they also sell Capturacines in Acrithis' shop. So that is where you buy Oraxia and the weapons if you do not end up getting it as a Isleweaver mission drop, because you do get the Scuttler Husks from the Isleweaver mission. So that's what you can do there. Fun fact, if you didn't know, Acrithis' shop is here, but you can enter Duviri to the right of her right here. So we are going to quickly run normal mode Isleweaver. You can also run it in Steel Path. You'll get more loot, but it's harder and takes longer, so either way, the amount of loot you end up getting is pretty equal between normal and Steel Path, so farm whichever you have unlocked and whichever you prefer. So we're going to go into Isleweaver here solo on normal, and first we'll go over Oraxia material farming. Since Isleweaver is Warframe Duviri, but with Warframes, just do it as usual. Remember to pick the Warframes and weapons that you like and which are strong, and then jump in there when you're ready. No need to wait for your teammates, because it gives your teammates time anyways to grab all their items, so you're good to instantly run in, I believe. Now that we're actually in Duviri, here's the general meta of farming all of the resources. If you can, reroll your decrees and pick your very first decree as the one where drops and plant pickups, or sorry, crate drops and plant pickups give you double resources, because naturally that'll give you the most materials. But you're able to farm and find the materials for Duviri just everywhere in general. As you can see, there's Kovnik here. A lot of the Murmur, Whispers in the Walls, as well as the new item, you can get through the boxes in here. So you can see Necrocoils, Intrati Obuls, Temporal Dust. Your horse's third ability breaks everything like that, so remember, and you have your guns as always, so you can always just go around and shoot. So here is the general farming route that I like and prefer in this game. First and foremost, you go down here to get Soma Extract. If you stay on your horse, you can see on the map where there are resources in the mini-map in the top left. I'm ignoring that objective for now. We're just grabbing Soma Extract. So you can see, boom, to Soma Extract right there. You can see, boom, to Soma Extract right there. And sometimes there's some more to Soma Extract around here. Sometimes there's a little more over here down in the cave hole over here, but I don't think it's 100% spawn rate, so keep that in mind. There's some boxes and items here though, and you'll definitely want to collect those. So that's my first spot for quickly collecting resources if you're running only Duviri Isleweaver. I'm like, is there an item up here or is it an item like above ground? No, it's above ground. So that's the first area I like going to. Throughout the match while you're playing the game, remember to always open and break open crates on the map, okay? Here is a good chunk of a lot of resources. You have Kovnik, you have here, most importantly, Conolus sprouts, okay? Remember, Conolus sprouts only spawn up near water, so they aren't actually everywhere, and it's kind of hard to find them. There's some Silphsella here, I think, and there's also some crates like that. There we go, got some of that Silphsella. As you can see, it's also in the air because I hit the plant. If you're on your horse, you can still see all of the resources, so I can still go around here collecting some Agristone, more of that Silphsella, some more Kovnik. But you see, I broke and got all of the loot from there. My general farming route is I go in the caves down here, and then I hit up this island onto this island over here. Sorry, my dog's just being a goober. Okay, once you actually get to that island, it's the exact same rinse repeat as before. You love the chair. It's a pretty cool Lloyd chair, Albrecht chair. Don't worry about it. This one has a lot of general plants, no Conolus sprouts, but the other ones do. Just plants, some crates, etc. So legitimately, all you're gonna want to do is jump around. I'm just heavy slamming with my Warframe to collect loot, and then jumping off with my Kaith to collect the other ones. Remember to grab the Silphsella if it's in the air, because you do need a good chunk of that. If you have enough, then you don't have to, but if you do still need it, then go for it. But there's a lot of plants and whatnot to the side of the, I guess, little island too, if you want to grab that. But just keep going up here, and then you'll get to the little, I guess, water area up here. So always just heavy slam that for the Conolus sprouts. There's more crates and boxes and just general plants up here, so keep going around slamming, and then you should be good to go. And then the final little resource pocket that I really like to go to is just down near the last hole there, the watering hole, and then you just keep slamming and going through that. Once you collect all of those resources, it's pretty simple. Just go through the general mission and break crates as you see them and collect loot as you see them, and then you should be good to go. So let's continue on. When you're running to Oraxia, one of the good spots that has a lot of little crates right here that a lot of people tend to break the crates, as well as right after the Oraxia fight. And there's also some crates down here, around like over there, up there, I think, if you want, but yeah, like right in front there, but it's not a big deal. Either way, here's the Oraxia fight. It's a pretty simple fight, all things considered, but it is very annoying, as it has annoying damage attenuation on Steel Path. On normal mode, it's not terrible. All really I can say is make sure you're tanky and be careful, because you will get beat up and you will die on this fight during the invulnerability phases right here. What Oraxia does spawns a bunch of spiderlings that once you kill them, they spawn spiderlings out of them. And in order to take them out, you either have to run by these ones, and there's also the red exploding ones that swing by. So yeah, believe it or not, kind of a pain doing that. And they make it so that you can't cast abilities. So one thing you can do, stay on the roof here and shoot your abilities and guns at the little spiderlings, and they explode. So they're a huge pain to kill, but it eventually times out, as you can see. Generally, if you have strong, high-hitting weapons that shoot a lot, it'll help with this phase, but TLDR, that's the entire fight. Rinse, repeat. On Steel Path, it's just harder, so yeah. Right after Oraxia's fight, you can actually destroy a ton of these crates here, and it's one of the better spots also, quickly while you're just running through, to get a lot of loot. So I'm just jumping up high, doing my heavy slam to break them, because slam was nerfed this latest update, so small slams have a terrible radius. And hey, if you have an increased slam radius build, that will help too. And then from there, you have to do just another stage before you fight the Indifference. Now I'm entering to fight the Fragmented one, and I mean, this fight is legitimately the same as Whispers in the Wall. That's the word I'm looking for. Legitimately the exact same as Whispers in the Wall. It's just a fight where you fight a bunch of fragmented ones, you know, murmurs, and then you fight the big boss. So that's what we're gonna do. Quickly, remember, go around killing all the enemies, and then the boss spawns. There, now that the fragmented one, the fragmented suzerain, has spawned, this is normal mode, so we're gonna keep it pretty simple. Just beat him up, and that's, I mean, that's all there really is to it. Just fight the boss, and make sure you are beating them up. Any strong weapons help. I unluckily got stuck with a bunch of weak weapons, but it is what it is. Once you get phase 1 done, phase 2 is actually easier, believe it or not, and I'll explain why in a second. It is quite simply easier because there are 2 of them, okay? Which means you can output twice as much damage between you and your team if you end up with like AoE abilities or weapons that shoot through, such as Excalibur's AoE Exalted Blade. So you can like combo through them. Either way, that's the entire fight there on the fragmented one. This is why I did normal mode. If you do steal path, damage attenuation makes it take like at least 3 to 5 minutes usually. And then from there, you open the chest and you get your loot drop. Scuttler husks, possibly Oraxia parts and weapons. As you can see, I got Oraxia weapons. Dominus Eris is just for the current event, so don't worry about that. And then from there, you just go to Acrithis, buy out Oraxia and all of her weapons. Bada bing, bada boom, you are done. There's also some crates around the fragmented one area if you care to break a lot of those, but yeah, that's how you get pretty much all of the loot from Isleweaver for Oraxia and her weapons. Hopefully the guide helped. If it did, remember to sub, like, use Epic Games creator code Pupsker, check out the twitch.tv/Pupsker Twitch channel and everything else. Thank you, thank you.